Hey, Swedish Terapeut here. Hey, this could be completely the wrong time to do this, but I'm going to show something that's not in the sequence. So we have 15 sequences to get through, and yesterday was number 5. So maybe later on today I can do 6. I don't know. But we're going to use this little guy. And remember, if you're here in Sweden and you don't have a melt ball, get something soft and squishy. Just a good word, squishy. But the head today is just so vark, vark, vark. So here in Sweden we have something called this, and it is great. It's a little effervescent thing that goes in here in the water, but I tell you, it's not even touching the headache today. So life is livet är tung. Yeah, life is heavy, and I feel it. I have a dentist appointment today, and I hope I don't start crying with the dentist because he's gonna wonder what the hell's going on. So, because I clench so much and I woke up with a headache and I can't get rid of it, I drove my daughter to school and she's like, "Mommy, what's wrong?" Oh, life is just heavy. I have a lot on my head. And here's what I did today. So, wish me luck. I went and put in a job application. And it was successful, and I met Sarah. And but here's the thing. I mean, even driving there, I was like, "Jag kom hit 5 år sedan. I came here 5 years ago, and I couldn't even write this in Swedish without my husband's help. Jag är en väldigt aktiv person som tillbringar de flesta dagarna på fötterna. I'm a very active person, and I many days I'm on my feet. Coronatider har gjort att min kundkrets har minskat kraftigt. So Corona time has made my customer volume very small. Och jag har nu mer tid att göra någonting annat vid sidan om. And now I have time to do something else besides. Har ni något behov för en deltidsperson som fyller hulorna, organiserar produkter, marker, vävrar eller dylikt, så är jag rätt person för det jobb. So, if you have something for a part-time person where I can fill the shelves and organize products and mark products or something of that sort, I'm the person for that. Yeah. So that went well. And you can't shake hands here in Sweden anymore because of Corona, but at least Sarah was nice. And so now there's time for us to do this. And I'm trying. I cried the way here and the way there, but life is just tough. And it seems like when you do everything right, I lived the American dream and I got the education that I was supposed to, and then 2008 came and everything came crashing down with the housing market, and some made it out okay and some didn't, but that American dream idea was just crushed, where if you get the right education and you work hard enough, then everything will work out, and it's just not true. So I failed my sister. I couldn't help her. And in May, she decided to shoot herself in the face. And I might not put this out on video, but You know, the American system is crazy. She went to the hospital and they sent her home to an empty house because her kids now live with their dad. So I can take all the pills that have been put on the market, but how am I going to get rid of this pain and this jaw clenching and the inability to take a deep breath and exhale? So I'm going to do something with you. And på svenska, på engelska, I don't know, it'll be a blending, it'll be a mixture. But let's do it together, so at least if you feel a little bit better, then that's good. That's what we need, because the world keeps moving. You know, there's this Kumbaya song that we used to sing at camp that came from Africa. And it says, Kumbaya, my lord, someone's crying now. And there's somebody that's lost a family member, and then there's Stella in Uganda who has worked so hard to get rid of corrupt politicians. And how do I know that? I know that because the Social Dilemma has given me this ability to hear her story. So go to NPR and listen to about Stella, and she had to leave her children because she was in jail, and I'm not in jail, and I'm with my family, and I'm taksam, I'm grateful, because I have a great family. It's just life is heavy. So let's take the ball and put it in the hand. Put it behind the ear. You can see a little Christmas decorations in the background. So why are we behind the ear? You know, I can actually have this conversation without crying because I know this stuff. I spent almost 20 years studying the body. And before I went to massage therapy school, I didn't even know which side my liver was on. Högersidan. It's on the right side. Well, for most of us, unless you're born with everything backwards in your body, which you'll never know unless somebody has to open you up. I think the body is so very cool that some of us can be born with all of our organs on the flip side, and we would never know because it all works together seamlessly. So I held the ball there with a little bit of light pressure because believe me, this hurts because there's so much tryck på huvudet just nu. And the more I want to cry, the more it hurts. Oxymoron. So put it here, behind the ear, light. Take your time, exhale. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to put the ball just right in front of the ear. So when you open the jaw, there's a little bit of an opening, and you can feel that muscle push out. That's where we want to put it. And you can see that it's resting in my hand, in my head. Huvudet lutar på bollen. Jag inte tryck there. Oh, don't do that, please. First of all, it doesn't feel good. So here, small circles. Be kind, be gentle. We have a tendency to talk to ourselves like we're our own worst enemies instead of our best friend. Yeah. So now hold that there, and with your mouth, this is part of that jaw action because I clench my teeth. I'm going to open my mouth. Ah, ah, ah. Okay. So now come up to the tidning, what's it called? Temple. I even forget my English. Can't write in Swedish and forget my English. Whew. I know, today's probably not the best day to do this. We'll see if it gets posted. I don't know. But you know, quite honestly, this is the honest thing about social media, social dilemma. Why don't we show the not so good times? Because it's not about being happy. You can't be happy all the time. There's no way. Anybody that watched Inside Out knows that. Okay, hold that there. Andas ut. Långsamt, långsamt, långsamt. Nice. Let's go back. Just reverse. Same thing. You see how I lutar huvudet på ball? I have my head tilted, leaning on the ball. I know you can't see the ball too well because it's dark. I didn't plan on doing this, and the light is at the Uglibu. So just know my ball is right there. Hold that there. Ah. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Last time, let's go back behind. If you do have a head cold, this is a wonderful treatment, because I don't know if you do, but maybe you feel like, let me bring that a little closer so you can see it better light. Yeah, better light. All my sinuses are starting to drain. So that's good. That's good. Maybe there'll be less pressure. Hold it here. Do you know what I mean by when I say less pressure? I mean, you think about a storm that comes in, and that heavy pressure that's on the earth right before the storm hits, and then the storm comes and it's nice and fresh outside. I'm waiting for the freshness. Fresh oop. But the storm's moving in, and that's what I feel. All right, that side's done. Let's go to this side. Okay. So, I have it behind my ear, and there is a special reason. Anybody that's seen any of the videos that I've done, this is the vagus nerve has small connections that are small nerves that come up and feed the ear, and they're connected to the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is a cranial nerve. Is it 10? But 90% of the information from the vagus nerve comes from the body up, telling the huvudet what's going on. So even though I ate breakfast today, my mogen, my stomach probably isn't so happy with it, because it's not ready to digest. It feels stressig. Everything's tense. Hold it here. Take a deep breath. Take time to exhale. Okay. Come in front. Find that spot. Yeah. So when you open up the jaw, you're going to find a muscle pushing out towards your finger. That's where you want the ball. Well, it's not easy to see that ball, I know. Okay. So, lutar huvudet på ball. Lean the head on the ball. Yeah. And you see how I have this nice axial load down. I'm not having much pressure. I'm just using this ball as a tool, verktyg. Tack så hemskt mycket, Hitzmann with Melt Method. I really don't think I could get along in life without my melt tools and my melt roller. Because I've had 5 different car accidents, my neck doesn't really like my profession of leaning over people's bodies and working on them. But because I understand these mechanoreceptors need information, and when my mechanoreceptors feel good, then my brain can make a better decision on how I am. Hold it here. Open. Opna. Ah. 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 Yeah, nice. Okay, going back up to the tigning temple. My fingertips, finger topar, giving a nice little massage to my scalp at the same time. Does anyone know from the times that I have done this why we make that sound ah? The vibration that the vocal cords give produce more nitric oxide, crave monoxide. Nitric oxide is something that we make when we breathe in through our nose, and it helps open up blood vessels. So some of this pressure that I'm feeling in my head because my blodkärl have closed, that's going to help open up. Hold this here after small little circles. Blodkärl öppna med crave monoxide. Yeah. Okay. Let's come back. Now I'm also getting a hand treatment. Never thought of it so much here. I'm not sponsored by Marabou, but you can see the Marabou there. It's December 1st. My daughter got to open her Marabou calendar. It's good chocolate. I prefer dark chocolate, but I'll eat Marabou. Hold this here. Ah, ah, ah. Nice. If you're somebody with Parkinson's, I would strongly suggest to gargle every day. The vocal cords have a tendency to seize up, and it's one of the losing the voice. So doing small little ah and vocal things, mer crave monoxide, nitric oxide, very good for the blodkärl, very good for the mechanoreceptors, very good for the whole body. So mechanoreceptors live in bindväv. Bindväv is a Swedish word for fascia. Bind, to bind, and väv, tissue, connective tissue. There are some reasons that I absolutely love the Swedish language. Hold it here. Take a breath in. Slow, easy. Okay. So, that's the behandling for today. Sue Hitzmann would do a little bit of sköljning, rinsing, but at this point I can't because, oh, I can. It's where fingertips are here on the nyckelben, the collarbone, and it's just this flick, flick, flick. We're going to come up on the neck, flick, flick. Come behind the ears. Keep in mind, this is where the vagus nerve feeds onto the ear. And I think it was in Thomas Bullmore's book. Oh, Thomas Bullmore, is that your name? He's Professor Bullmore, and Dr. Rankin Chatterjee talked to him about inflammation and some of the reason that we have depression and anxiety. And he talked about this It used to be in olden days when people couldn't get up from the table with the king, they would rub their ears in order for them to be able to eat more food. And there's a lot of good research behind how rubbing the ears can make the mogen, the stomach, better. Oh, here, I'm not done. Flick, flick, flick over the eyes. Oh, go out and down. Kānna. Back behind the ears. I know, that was a very short fullning, rinsing. Sue Hitzmann wouldn't be very happy with me. But I feel better. I feel a little bit lighter. I don't know what you feel. But I'm going to take my trayor. I'm going to wish you a good day. I don't feel so much like crying anymore. And I'll just show this to you. This is an egg without its skull. I'm going to show you a little bit in a different video. I have put it in etika, which is vinegar. So the vinegar eats the skal, and all we're left is the binvev that's around there. So we'd think binvev is soft and pliable. Well, it's protective. And when the body feels stress, it's going to do its best to protect. So we just have to have a little conversation, samtal med själv. And this is självhjälp. It's a little bit of self-care. I think I'm done talking. We'll see if this gets produced onto the internet. But if anybody doesn't know the song Kumbaya, maybe I'll play it. We'll see. I can't find a good video with the lyrics of Kumbaya. That's too bad. But this is what Google says for the lyrics. Po engelska, on English. So somebody can read that and sing it if you want to. But I think I'm done crying for right now. And maybe I'll start singing. So I'm going to go for a walk. Maybe pick up some more trash. And hopefully by the time I have a tandläkaren måtte besök, before I have a dentist appointment, maybe I'll be done crying. So I just have to tell Skatteverket, thanks for all the stress. I appreciate it. It's not very often I ask for help. And my mom taught me not to cuss. But if I cuss in a different language, it's not really cussing, right? So I'll say atibis to Skatteverket. Now you have to find out which language that is. Okay. Tack så mycket för kom hit. Hej då.